Good day, boaters. Vaughan from Crex Marine Boating again. This time I'm taking you on a bit of a road trip. So what do we do when we're quiet at the shop, or you just need to get out the house, or you just need to get away from the shop for a bit? What we do is we go and we put a boat on the water. So I'm headed down to the water at the moment. I'm on my own. You don't need a crew, and I'll take you through the process. We're going to be testing, or going to be riding the Classic 170 with a 200 horsepower on the back, currently for sale. Beautiful package. I'll talk to you about that a little later, but yeah, off we go. So let's go check it out. So I've just arrived at the Eastern Province Powerboat Club, and they say, why become a member? This is why. We can come and go as we please. Beautiful body of water to use, and we've got our own remote gate access. Nice and safe and secure inside. Let's go check it out. So how awesome is this, eh? She's a beaut, eh? 2003 model double cab 4x4. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. Classic 170. Mallard's Classic 170. What a beautiful boat. We've got a stunning 200 horsepower outboard motor on this one. Hydraulic steering, built-in tank, even got mag wheels, guys. Nice tower over the top of it. Awesome interior. We're going to put her on the water and show you how she goes. There's just a few things to remember while we're busy with this. When you're pushing your boat into the water, guys, just unplug your trailer lights. This will prevent any shorting should you have any wires that are exposed. And then the next thing, please just make sure you put your drain plugs in. There's two types of people. There's one that's already forgotten the drain plugs, and there's one that will forget the drain plugs. That's it. So these ones, luckily, we have stored in a nice little compartment in the back here. So we're going to go ahead and put those in. We're going to untie the boat, and we're going to make it ready for the water. Now, as you may have noticed, I'm alone. It's quite a big boat, 5.5 meter boat with a 200 on the back, but it's a piece of cake, guys. You just need to know what to do. So I'm busy going down into the water now. I'm going to change camera angle so you can see where I'm going. There I go. What we do when we're launching on our own, we want a deep launch. So in other words, we want the boat to be floating when we're launching the boat, and for retrieving the boat, we want a nice shallow retrieve. So let's get the boat in the water, let's get her started up and primed, and get her off the trailer. So, our next step when we climb on the boat, we make sure our motor's all trimmed down. What you want is you want the motor horizontal with the water, head to the back, and give her a primer. Now that we've primed up, the key, know your boat. The Mercury motors, they've got a push to choke. So what you're going to do here is you're going to prime the system, turn the key on, prime it a few times till you're happy, hold it in, and fire up. There she goes. Once we've got it fired up, that's our cold start lever. That's like the accelerator on your car. Now we're ready to hit the water. way to get out the office, eh? boats out. Yo, what a great way to get out the office, eh? I highly recommend it. Take your boats out. I'm not sure I can say much more. She handles like a dream. She's incredibly powerful and she's got everything that you need. Got the space, the stability, hydraulic steering, starts on a ticky. Yeah, she's a stunner. boaters, don't be scared of the size. I'm doing this all on my own. Filming's a little tricky, but the launch and retrieval is a breeze. I'm going to show you my retrieval now. You know, when you've rigged it up as easy as this, really, you can take it out on your own. You can go boating on your own, get away from work or get away from people you're trying to escape. Just get out there and maybe throw a line in or pull a boat, a tube, or, you know, just go for a booze cruise. But don't use the excuse, I don't have a crew, you know, I can't do it on my own. Well, that's nonsense. You can do it on your own. This is a 5.5 meter boat, 200 horsepower. Really, they're easy to launch, they're easy to retrieve. The key is to go in shallow with your trailer and just drive it straight on. I'll show you how to do that right now. Yeah, as easy as that. So what I did was I just drove it straight on. As I got closer to the shallows, I just trimmed my motor a little bit in case it was a little shallow there. You don't want to hit the prop. Trimmed it ever so slightly and I drove it straight on. Now I can climb off the front, I can hitch that winch on and I can pull it right out the slipway. So let's go. Now, how much easier could that be? So just a quick little tip for you boaters. This is one of many, but what we like to do is we like to trim the motor down. Look at all that water running out of that exhaust system. Just make sure you don't hit the ground, but we like to trim the motor down just to drain all that water before we tow. Now, to tie up, take the drain plugs out and we're off. And yeah, that's the thing about being a club member. We can lock up, there's our chain. We can lock up and we can go and come as we please. And it took me all of maybe 10 or 15 minutes to get here. I was on the water in perhaps a minute or two and back off the water in another minute or two. So there's no excuse to use your boat. Get out there, do some fishing, do some skiing, just do a bit of a booze cruise, whatever you want to do, just get out and use your boat. And before I forget, I was having so much fun. This classic 170 ready to run with a 200 horsepower motor on the back. Runs like a dream, tows incredibly well. You don't even feel it behind you. This package is going for 165. It is a great deal. Come down to Crex Marine, come and grab it. Wakeboard towers on, bow rider boat, so you've got plenty of space for the kids, family, mother-in-law, father-in-law, whoever you want to bring. Built-in fuel tank. We've got MP3 radio, marine sound radio on the boat. I should have showed you guys how to use that, but I was having way too much fun for that. We've got hydraulic steering on the boat. She's a beaut. She's ready to go. Give it a shot at Crex Marine Boating and come check her out.